Here we go, part two of the bobberish project. Just a quick little rundown off camera. I removed all the, wait, we got lighting. There we go. I removed all of what I believe to be emission control related stuff. There's still still a little couple things down there, but the actual canisters, vacuum lines, things like that are gone. I have also received all my filters. So yeah, let's see how much we can get done in this little section. So let's go. Okay, quick little stop to show where we're at. I think I have that on there. So we have two little cone filters right here and back here. See the finger? Then we have, I believe this is related to crankcase ventilation or whatever. Either way, there's a hole there. Don't want anything to get in there. There was a tube that used to go to the air box right there. That is now over there. See? So that's just there to make sure crap doesn't get in the way. I also put this little tube here back in. It goes down here and exits right there. And I believe this is related to the emission control crap, kind of like PCV valves. You have one of these on each side of the engine that then connect up into it and then, breathe out more air or whatever. When I was looking on the forums, apparently you can buy plates to cover this. And if I decide I like this bike enough and I want to ride and all that fun jazz, then I will be doing that. I will be replacing that maybe. But right now, the main goal is still to mostly just try and fix the little things I'm aware of. So we have, as you saw in the last video, we replaced the temperature sensor that goes to the gauge cluster up here. There is the fan switch that I'm not going to replace yet. I'd like to actually see the needle work on the gauge. And I'm also just going to, the first time I start this, I'm going to run CLR through the whole cooling system because the amount of crap that was in there was a little over the top. So yeah, that's where we're at. But the next thing I'm going to do, this thing, battery holder. It looks rough, and while I'm not going to replace it, I am going to clean it up. So when I come back, it'll be pretty and painted, just like that. Lack of continuity is my game. Either way, this is a little better than what it was before. I put rust reforming primer under it, let it dry for a bit, hoping it was long enough because I didn't pay attention, and then sprayed it with some epoxy paint. Here's to hoping it holds up, but it goes under a seat and all that jazz. So let's get back real quick to what I'm working on. Was gonna try and paint this during the video, but I'm like, it's getting cold. It'll probably look like crap. So let's just focus on putting some fresh gas in it and trying to start it. What we have going on, so we now got the gas tank hooked up. Filter is on there. It's kind of a cramped space, so I might redo it later. I just want to see if the bike will start after the things I've done. I've got the vacuum line hooked up here. I think it will be fine, but who knows? Because I think it's on there good enough. But again, probably be taking some of this stuff apart. Because last time I started it, I'm pretty sure I heard a lot of chatter up in the head. I'm guessing valve adjustment or, not rockers, something. Anyway. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up having to take this off anyway. That's why I'm like, well, I can paint this later when I actually have to dive in more there. So yeah, I also put that lovely little, the fan switch back in. And here, right now it's more than likely probably just a drain plug. But if I can get the bike running and then actually see a temperature, which, you know, right now it's always read that for me. So yeah, here's to hoping, but right now gotta wait for the battery holder to dry and then maybe go get like a gallon of gas, throw it in here. So you can tell, look, because when I dumped out the old gas, that paint came up. This paint looks like it held up. So whoever painted over this appeared to have picked a good paint. I'm guessing this is probably an acrylic. I don't know if enamel is really good for areas that, you know, are gonna have paint contact. But anyway, enough rambling. We'll be back when we're putting that crap back in. Yet another weird thing, let me just put this down. Another weird thing you see on used vehicles. Not sure how close I can get the focus, but it looked like there's just like a bunch of calcium or some shit on the tip. After I cleaned it off, it looks like there's metal, like someone welded, or not welded, but soldered something. Anyway, cleaned it up a little bit. Doubt it's gonna work, but it functions as a drain plug right now. So I'll go put that in, get prepped for, you know, hopefully trying to start it at some point here. Hooray! And apparently we're gonna jump right to it running. I've got a couple little leaks, shit like that. I don't know what's going on there. We'll find out. But she's running. Could be an exhaust slate. I never saw it before, but it's been sitting for a bit. So yeah, she runs. I'm not gonna let it run too long with the fact that there's no coolant in it. So let's let it sit there. I've still got to redo wiring, all that, but I'm kind of like, I just want to get it in a slightly better state before I ignore it again for a little longer. The idle did seem a little more consistent, so I'm happy about that. Also, off camera, some point someone screwed up the kickstand. Had a bungee cord around here, all that jazz. So it's still not great, but now it's not touching here or touching there. Still doesn't align with this. I'm not sure if I care. As far as I know, that switch is for detecting if the kickstand is up or down, and it can make the bike not run. So I'm just not gonna mess with it. But anyway, I'm gonna throw some coolant in. Well, not coolant. What I'm gonna do is throw, I was gonna get CLR, but I was at O'Reilly's. I'm lazy. So I bought this, and then some 50/50 that we see sitting there once I bring my screen back up. But what I'm gonna do is pour the whole flush in there, grab a random bottle somewhere, and fill that up with water and just top the whole thing off and let it run for a bit and see how it goes. So yeah, I'll be back with what news? I don't know. Okay, well, if you can hear me, yay, great. She's idling. I got the idle currently set about 1200. I think the vehicle's warm. So I adjusted it because it's idling at like 4,000. But I've still got some things to fix. I think this thing's leaking because this thing is definitely soaked up. Not sure if you can hear it. There's definitely some chatter up in here. But overall, at least for my knowledge, the carburetors appear to be a lot happier now. Beforehand, what it would do is it would idle up, then idle down, idle up, idle down, and I had to kind of use the choke to keep it running for a long period of time. Also, previous owners had this set wrong, where if you move it to about there, maybe a little further up, this was pressed against here. This was the furthest it would go out of choke. Why? I don't know. But things seem happier now. I'll just need to figure out if I just didn't put the hose on well enough here, or if this is leaking. But yeah, she idles. She seems happier. But sadly, I still don't have a temperature. So I am not sure what to think. I still have nothing on the fan either. Let's see if we can I was hoping to just ground the plug for the sensor. I don't know if you can hear it. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I just burned myself like a dumbass. So I'm gonna leave this video at that. Bike is back up and running. I don't know when I'm gonna work on it next. It's winter, yes. Not much of a winter right now, but I may keep fiddling with it, or I might just park it until springtime. I don't know. But I've got other projects I really want to work on. So yeah, if you liked it, maybe subscribe, leave a comment, let me know, hey, quit being a lazy bastard and work on the bike. But if you're indifferent, then so be it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.